Hey everybody, I hope you are doing great. Right off the bat, I haven't been on here as much as I used to. That's been intentional on my part, but I did want to give you a little update about what's going on with me, my progress, how my back is going, how my family's doing, and just some of the things that I've been up to right now. I'm a little sweaty. I just got done with a 15-mile bike ride. I am moving with the Army again. As you can see here, I'm sitting inside of a moving truck right now. I packed all of that yesterday. I'm gonna tell you about that here in just a second. But yeah, I'm getting ready to move again. My hands are shaky because I just got done with this bike. Sorry about that. We'll all live. A lot of people have messaged me. Some of you found me on Facebook and Instagram. That's great. Love to hear from you. I apologize for not getting back to everybody on YouTube. I gotta tell y'all, right now, I probably have the best balance I've ever had in my life. And when I say balance, I mean a work, life, exercise, nutrition, hobbies, balance that I've ever had. Balance is one of those things I always struggle with. I tend to be a workaholic. I tend to be, at times in my life, a fitnessaholic, where I am very, very strict on everything. There's no room for error. Same thing with work. You know, I'm that guy that will work 70 to 90 hours a week. There's times when I get out of my discipline and I completely move to the other side. And I'm not a sloth, you know, that's really, lazy is not really what I've ever been, but maybe a glutton to a point, one extreme to the other. And even those of you who were around when I first started YouTube, you know, I posted every day for 100 days. I was in every collab, I was in, you know, responded to every message, and I was to the extreme. And I really I've tried for the years to find balance, and right now, maybe because of COVID and having to slow down, you know, and take a pause for a minute, for the last probably 3 months, I think I've had the best balance between work, family, fitness, everything that I've ever had, and I really hope I can maintain that. I got married this year, as many of you know. It's phenomenal. You know, I went from having 3 kids to now I have 5 amazing kids. You know, 2 of them I weren't there when they got born, but I've got 2 additional amazing kids. Yesterday was hard to a point. I woke up yesterday morning and I just was all up in my headspace. I couldn't get out of it. I sat there for 3 hours drinking coffee, and I kept turning on Facebook or Instagram, maybe YouTube for a second, and I have all these things. You know, I've got to pack my house up. I've got to move. I've been doing college, you know, got my master's degree, so I got to get back in that Army way of thinking. So I'm trying to read Army books and, you know, maintain that right lifestyle. And I had so much going on in my head that I just could not get going. I was stuck. And then my wife, you know, she told me, she said, you know, babe, you're always the rock for everybody else. It's okay to not be okay for a second. And that really fired me up and gave me the motivation I needed. So I skipped my exercise yesterday. So what I did was, I loaded all that here into the truck. You know, I kind of made it a 1-hour workout for myself, and I did that, and it helped clear my head. And then I had an amazing day with my family, all of us. We went out and we had lunch, and we got some shirts. We did reverse tie-dye, which is cool. I've never even done tie-dye. Just like you do dark shirts with Clorox, and then you do the paint and everything on the back end of it. And then we went to the beach. We had a really awesome time, and I gave, it was really I'm gonna spend some time with my kids, the threes as I call them, before we leave. But, you know, 3 of my kids will be staying with their mom here, and 2 of them come with me. So it was just a really good day. You know, I am so loved, and there's really nothing I love more than family. I'm a big family guy. So I got that going on. Next couple of days I'll be loading this. Hey, as far as my back goes, I want to let you know I'm doing great. You know, well, I take it back. I have some pain sometimes. Truth is that I have some pain sometimes. You know, am I 4 years? Yeah, I'm 4 years post-op, and I will start to have pain occasionally. It comes and goes. It's not bad. It's normally after I do a lot of stuff. And I gotta tell you, I do a lot of stuff. I mean, those 2 black boxes on the bottom, one of them weighs over 100 pounds, guarantee it. One of the black boxes on top of that weighs at least 70 pounds. Most of those boxes weigh 20 pounds. I loaded them all. Gotta walk up this big ramp. Tomorrow I got a couple buddies coming over, and we're gonna load all the big furniture and everything. I just rode 15 miles on the bike. A couple days ago, I did 75 push-ups. So I am active. I put a ruck on my back. I do not sit still. But I am living my life, and I'm trying my best to live my life to my fullest. And if, there's a lot of people who tell you not to always listen to your doctor. So, don't listen to me. Always listen to your doctor. But there's a lot of people that say, well, aren't you worried you're gonna, I'm in my 40s now, aren't you worried that when you're in your 60s, you're not gonna be able to move and stuff like that? I'm like, I would much rather move now in my 40s than intentionally not move during my 40s, not do the things I wanna do in my 30s and 40s and 50s, and be in pain in my 60s. Sorry, that's just the way I am. That's not for everybody, but that's the way I am. I'm doing great though. When I say I have pain, it is nothing compared to what I had before my surgery. It is nothing compared to people that have never dealt with back pain. Then it's pretty, I guess you would call it pretty bad. But for those of us who have suffered with it, this is nothing. All right, and we know how to deal with the pain. We know those things. I lay flat. I take it easy a little bit. Do some yoga. Do some stretches. Get some sleep if I need to. I soak in a hot bath sometimes. But yeah, so anyway, I'm off on my next adventure, getting ready to move, be out, actually gonna be out in Kansas this time. So that'll be fun. I was on a bike this morning, I was listening to Alex Toussaint, and he said something, I'm gonna see if I can get it right because it was really cool. And it struck me. He said, we climb mountains not because we're better than anybody else. It's so that we can look down on the world. We can see the world from the top of the mountain instead of being the world looking down on us. And I don't know, it just really registered with me. We do hard things. A lot of my friends here locally, they're wondering how it is that I can move again. I've only been here for 18 months. That's part of the life that I chose. I'm lucky to have family that supports that. I did a 15-mile bike ride this morning. I did a 50-mile bike recently. I've been doing stuff like this. I put a ruck on my back with 50 pounds in it. I go walk a few miles, even after having back surgery, things like this. And there's all these people. There are people that have gone to work through the COVID. There are people who are protesting for true equality, not just equal rights, but equality for injustices. There are people doing all these things, and they're climbing that mountain, and I applaud you. I applaud each and every one of you. I love you, and thank you for subscribing, for watching, and just for letting me know how you're doing. Thank you so much. Take care.